Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to this afternoon's live. I meant to be on by 4:30, but I was messing around with Rusty and Heidi. But we're gonna talk for this hour that we have before I gotta take the kid to work. We're gonna talk about a lot of things that have happened today and an update from the FBI about what's happening. Now I want to show you our article title that I saw. This was in the Washington Post. We're going to talk about this afternoon. I think that some of the people in MAGA are almost getting it. I told y'all, people more conservatives or socialists than they actually know. They're just not, they've been indoctrinated. Hey, Kiera, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to everybody. Thank you for joining me here. I appreciate you for being here. Hey, Trail. Hey, Kiera. Hey, Frost. Who else? D. How you doing, Scorpio girl? Thank you all. Thank you all for being here this afternoon. Thank you. When I saw this, I was like, wait a minute. Hold up. So this was an opinion piece. Somebody wrote a letter to the editor. And this person is wondering, are we the bad guys? Is it really conservatives that are the bad guys? Now, my first reaction was, bruh, duh. That was my first reaction. Then my second reaction was, yes. I told y'all, most conservatives are socialists. They don't even know that they're socialists because they've been indoctrinated all their lives to believe that they're capitalists. But they ain't got enough money to be capitalists. But they've been indoctrinated to believe that. And it makes you wonder, we know what conservatives see in conservative news, right? They see things that validate their biases or teach them biases. Sometimes a combination of both, you understand? But what they have access to, what they absorb constantly, are things that are contrary to what's actually good for them, right? You have programming that talks them out of getting on the elected representatives about raising the federal minimum wage. And that's a problem. But they do it because why? They can. Y'all, we just booted our first MAGA person. And look, our second MAGA person, straight talk, no confidence, whatever it was. But I know you bad built with a nasty attitude. That's two of them. That's the thing I know about conservatives. I just don't let them talk to me at all. I don't care about what they think. The funniest ones are the ones that sit in my live. Thank you for viewing, actually. They sit in here the entire live. And right before I hit the button to close my live, they write something. By then, the live is over, beloved. Nobody cares. Nobody even saw it. I saw it because I'm always pocket watching these fucking comments. But nobody else cares. Most of the time, people don't even catch a block. They don't catch that it's about to happen. You understand? Most times. Like Meta caught a block, came in with 3 people. Should have just been quiet. You should have just been quiet. I don't even know what you were saying, but my spidey senses were tingling. And it said, check the profile. And it had 3 followers. And I said, block. I don't even care if you knew the TikTok. I don't even care if you signed up because you saw my video on another platform and you came here to see me. Get your pussy up. Okay? Let's focus on that. So, first of all, good afternoon to everybody. Good afternoon. I want to start there. And then talk about all this stuff that has been happening today, updates. Now, I'm noticing the media is doing more reports about the number of individuals that support MAGA are starting to decline. Can I tell you I don't believe that? Hey, Farmer Don, can I tell you I don't believe that? And I'm going to tell you why I don't believe that. It may be a larger number of people that won't outwardly say they're MAGA. Hey, Oscar. But they're still MAGA. If an election was tomorrow, they would still vote for Donald Trump. They would still buy into all the bullshit that billionaire con artist sold to them. The first thing being Trump wasn't a billionaire when he ran for president the first or the second time. He a billionaire now. Oh, this White House the second time. Trump and that motherfucker, like, we get money. We get money. We get money, all courtesy of the American taxpayer. Now MAGA want to say they regret their vote. And guess what, MAGA? Nobody cares. You can regret your voting until the cows come home. I know you do it again. That's the thing. You would do it again. And I know you do it again because you did it the first time and you did it the second time. It's not like this is Trump's first time getting elected. You did it the first and the second time. You got conned not once. You got conned twice. And you still fell into that hole because Trump told you he would make things affordable. Now he tells you that's a Democratic hoax. Because he was never going to make things affordable. Trump doesn't care about that. Oh, I love the blocks of the MAGAs. The bots are beautiful. And they say, I'd rather vote for Trump than vote Democrat. Yeah, because you live in fucking India. You can't vote in American elections. Duh. I done told y'all, go put your sandals on and go somewhere and make that dollar for the day. Damn. Y'all keep coming in this live faking like you live in Pennsylvania. You don't. You don't. You're paid to be online to convince dumbass conservatives that you identify with them. You know? That's just the real shit. You're paid to do that. Like, go make that dollar. Go make the buck, okay? You're going to make a whole dollar today. You know? Going to make a whole dollar today. Trump, perfect. That's Trump's pillow every day. Honestly, I want somebody to FOIA the White House. I want to know how much money the American public spends in replacing pillowcases and sheets because of the bronzer stains from the President of the United States. Because to me, that's wasteful spending. I want to know how much they spend on Depends. Yep. I want to know how much they spend on catheters. I want to know how much they spend on replacing shoes because his foot is so swollen. The shoes just get bigger and bigger and bigger. You know how you see older people in them orthopedic shoes and shit? Kind of like that. Kind of like that. I kind of like my presidents not to wear orthopedic shoes. I don't know about anybody else. But I kind of like my presidents not to wear orthopedic shoes. I also like my presidents without liver spots. I also like my presidents without swollen ankles, swollen trotters, and a whole lot of bronzer, right? Because see, to hear MAGA tell it, MAGA, they believe anything about Trump. He's 6'3", 230 pounds. That is 230 pounds? Really? Look at all that damn bronzer. And and they're choosing not to blend at the White House. They made a decision. We don't blend. For what? You know he's wearing bronzer. Why blend? Who needs blending? If J.D. Vance was any type of friend, he would do the blending. You know? You know? You know? That's how I see it. If J.D. Vance really loved Donald Trump, he would actually blend that bronzer. Wendy, I remember how Obama used to run up the stairs at Air Force One. He can't do that. The one time, remember he tripped up the stairs? Remember he was walking and he tripped up the stairs? Remember that? I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Here you go, sweetie. You said you wanted that pillow again. There you go. More like 320 pounds of bronzer. That's more like what we're looking at. That's why you got to remember who you're dealing with. But they claim that the number of MAGAs are plunging. I'm telling you, that's the people who openly identify as MAGA. They still support the causes. They'll still vote Republican up and down the ticket, continuing to send people to Washington to destroy communities. It will never, you understand? So these people, you can never in your life think that these people are good people. Now, before I show y'all something else, I want to show y'all something. You know, we've been talking about inflation and the high cost of things, and I tell you that it's not all inflation. Some of it is companies just charging a shitload of money. You're very welcome, KMT. A shitload of money. Okay, before I tell you that, tap that like button for me this afternoon. I appreciate it. Tapping is clapping. I thank you so much. And then if you could hit that copy link button, you don't have to send that link to anybody. Just hit the share button and hit copy link. And that's more than enough. Thank you so much. Now, I went to Lowe's today, right? I want to show y'all the cost of a wheelbarrow. Look at this. I saw this. I said, shit, not on my watch. They wouldn't. Look at this. Let me zoom in so you can see the cost of a wheelbarrow. Look at that. You got $102, $107, $108, $149, $128, $171, and your highest one's over here, $193 and $129. I took this picture today myself at the Lowe's. And I took this picture because I was like, oh, I know you fucking lying. And you're right. When we bought this house, I bought a wheelbarrow for less than $50. I think it was $45 at the time. And you know what I said to myself? That was too much. You understand? Those are wheelbarrows, Nurse Petty. Wheelbarrows. Okay? Look, I'm going to zoom some more so y'all can see. Wheelbarrows. That's what that is. Wheelbarrows. A $200 fucking wheelbarrow. That's crazy. But that's the Trump effect with fucking tariffs. And it's not just that. Because tariffs happened, it created a domino effect, right? It created a domino effect, right? And the domino effect was this. With tariffs and all that other stuff, even if a company's not impacted by tariffs, they're still going to raise their prices. They still going to raise their prices. And that's why we got this high ass price for fucking wheelbarrows. I took this picture today myself. I took the picture because I'm going to do a video about it. Because remember, if you were in my live last week, you heard me mention it. But I said I should have took a picture of it, but I didn't. But today I did because I went back to Lowe's for something else. And those shits were still out there. I wish I would buy a $200 wheelbarrow. You've lost your fucking mind. What they say, I know you fucking lying. Like what? What? I showed you this earlier this morning. Folks comparing meat. And I'm going to show you the difference between, okay, today I did something else too. I had to go to Costco today. So I'll tell you one thing. Costco has, what do you call it? Heavy whipping cream. The cheapest I've seen it for like $3.29. Or I think it was like $2.99. It might have been $2.99. That's the cheapest place I've seen it. Even BJ's, theirs was too much. They still wanted almost $4 for it at BJ's. But Costco whipping cream is only, I think it was $2.99 is what I paid. And use that shit to make butter. You can make your own whipped cream. Remember, we made butter Saturday. Like what? You said, but if I need dirt removed, I have to buy. First, TJ Madison, I would tell you, if you need a wheelbarrow, go to Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. Go online first and see if somebody's selling one. It'll still be cheaper than that shit you're going to buy at the store. Real talk. Those prices are in fucking insane. Now, you see the difference between beef bought in April. It was $49 of 2024. Fast forward to August 2025, $78. $78. And Kim, you ain't lying about that wheelbarrow, because the one I bought for $45 did fall apart. I bought that bitch from Home Depot. I remember, because I was mad. A screw fell out of it and it fell apart. But me being the cheap bitch that I am, I'm still using that wheelbarrow without the fucking screw. I just know how to maneuver that fucker. And yeah, I can get another screw for it, but I just haven't done that yet. Because, you know, now, see, this is the thing. I don't think a lot of young people realize this. Back in the day, we used to have TV repair shops, vacuum repair shops. We used to have places where you could go to get things repaired. Because people, when your vacuum cleaner broke down, people didn't just go buy a new vacuum cleaner. They didn't do that. They took that bitch to the vacuum cleaner man so he could fix it. Same thing with a TV. Folks didn't just run out and buy a TV when their TV broke. They took it to the TV repair shop. The TV repairman would repair their television. And what happened was legislation got created. A lot of things got created over time where these companies, they create things that cannot be fixed. You have to pay for something new. You either have to use it broken if you can still use it, or you got to buy something completely brand new. You ain't got no choice. You have no choice. And Dodge is saying their uncle was a TV repairman. See? And Zarvis says, my dad used to take the vacuum on his job and just blew out the dust. But see, somewhere along the way, we just kept buying things. It break, you just buy it. I have a Dyson vacuum cleaner in here. One of these children, y'all listen, one of these children in my house broke my vacuum cleaner, right? Where, you know, you can't lock it in place to stand up. I don't give a shit. I just lean it upside the wall. That vacuum still pick up. It still do everything that it needs to do. I just can't lock it for it to stand up on its own. That's cool. I'm okay with that. Because as long as that fucker keeps picking up, that's all that matters. But see, in the past, folks would just run out and buy a new vacuum. That's also how you stay broke. That's how the system keeps your money. Real talk. That's how the system keeps your money. Now, I showed somebody, I was on my Patreon this morning. I don't think I didn't save it on my, on my phone. But I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to read it to you what I described to folks this morning, or I told folks this morning about. Hold on, I'm trying to get my other picture that I'm looking for. I think I'm going to go this way. Hold on, you guys. Go that way. No, that's not the one I wanted. I need to clean it up because it's too big. So I got to clean it up. Let's make this smaller real quick. Okay, hold on. All right, so let me tell y'all what I told the people about this morning in Patreon so that you're aware of what's happening. We talked about Patriot pimples are out of control, right? Since 2020, y'all, we've had almost a 15,000% increase in Patriot pox. America mumps. Protect yourself. That's all I'm going to say to that. Protect yourself. As of Tuesday, we got 1,900 cases in America that the government wants to admit to. Because again, we're dealing with a government that will be dishonest. That will be dishonest. And so because of that, and hold up, I went back, I just saw something. Trey said, I went to buy a chicken to cook it, was $15. God damn, what kind of chicken was that? Did it tap dance and did it sing a diddly? The fuck? $15. That's a lot of money for a chicken. But see, the prices are going to keep going up. Prices going to keep going up. Remember, And as it gets closer to Christmas, these companies are going to raise prices of everything. I saw people buying hams. I buy hams during off seasons and I freeze them because that's how you get a ham for $5. That's how you get a ham for $5. You wait till after Easter and you buy a ham out of a store because by then they trying to get rid of them hams. They ain't trying to hang on to all of them hams until Thanksgiving. Then you buy a ham. Catch it. Remember I told y'all? I said, use that app, that Too Good To Go app. But when things are on sale, you need to buy larger quantities of things when they are on sale. Yep, buy the whole chicken, cut it up yourself. Don't pay them for the parts. That's what I do too. I got done. Now I will be honest. I will buy a sheet of a package of chicken thighs or a package of chicken legs or but it got to be on sale. If it ain't on sale for a really good price, I'm not buying it. Period. I ain't buying it. Now, I want to ask y'all a question. What is in the grocery store now that has risen so much in price that you won't even buy it no more? Y'all tell me. What has been the thing that has risen so much in price? You like, nah, I'm not buying that no more. It's just, oh, Cheetos. You say steaks. Yeah, I don't buy steaks anymore. Yeah, chips are expensive. Yeah, seafood. Yeah, seafood or any meat. Things have to be on sale for me to buy it. Steak, I don't even look for it on sale. I just don't even consider it as an option anymore. I just do not eat steak. Now, I used to, but I don't eat steak. Look, DJ Reese said I gotta have my steaks. I used to feel like that when they were fairly reasonable, but you can't even get steaks on sale anymore for a decent price. What they call sale ain't no sale to me. And I'm not willing to pay $20 for no fucking steak. No, sir. I'm not for one steak. Oh, no. Or $40 for two of them. Oh, no. Oh, no. Damn, Chris said milk, juice, chips, and bread they won't buy right now. Hold up, I almost choked. Quang said a 5-pound ground chuck at Aldi's was $27 2 days ago. Damn. If it's $27 at Aldi's, you know it's very expensive at other places. Yep, I don't buy pomegranates anymore. I saw somebody online the other day making pomegranate juice, and I said they obviously don't live in America, and they didn't. Because I said, no way I'd be buying pomegranates. They can keep that shit. Yeah, I don't buy bread, Trail. I'm with you. I don't buy bread. I just make it. Because it's cheaper to make the bread than it is to buy it. Even today, I was in the store. I was about to pick up some cupcakes in Costco. And I didn't. Because I said, I can make cupcakes cheaper than that price. As tiny as them fucking cupcakes were. Then, look, I was getting greedy in there. Then I saw cinnamon rolls. And I started to pick that up. And I said, nope, I can make cinnamon rolls for cheaper than that. I already got all the ingredients at home. So I'll probably make some cinnamon rolls tomorrow. Because I'm like, I'm not paying that price. You say we need to start taking pics. Yeah, you need to. I told you, I'm doing my video on them damn wheelbarrows. Because I was like, I know you fucking lying. What we picking up with these wheelbarrows? Gold bricks? Not me. Not me. I remember growing up, a wheelbarrow was a cheap thing that you could buy. You can get it cheap, new or cheap used. A grill was fairly cheap. Now grills be like $400-$500. I'm not paying $400-$500 for no fucking grill. I got a basic ass Weber grill on my back porch and it does the job. Listen, y'all be doing too much. I wish I would pay for all that fancy shit. Man, get out of here. It's just designed to get you to buy in to keep feeding their damn system. Ask yourself, how many times a year do you use your smoker? Ask yourself to warrant the money that you paid for it. Most of us don't even use it. You're right, Kiera. Most of it is about status. You got a pellet, $450. Damn. Shit. Nope. I saw it and I said, not me. If you use it, it's worth it. But if you ain't using it, which is most people, DJ Reese, let's just keep it a buck, right? Most people ain't using it. Now, if you a hardcore meat eater and you like to cook, yeah, you using it. But most people ain't using that shit. They ain't using it. They know when they bought it, a lot of people bought shit during the pandemic. They was at home, they were bored, and they were making content. Yep, and you're right, Kiera. They want to brag about it. Oh, Patrice uses hers. Yeah, I would say, I saw somebody say they don't buy eggs either because eggs are expensive. I saw somebody say that. I buy my eggs from Costco. Eggs are cheaper. You get more eggs at Costco than you do at BJ's and they cheaper. So I just buy my eggs at Costco because they cheaper. The milk is cheaper because I can get more eggs. More milk for the cheaper price at Costco. But the cat litter is cheaper at BJ's. See, you gotta move back and forth between stores. Yeah, stimulus checks had people buying a lot of stuff that they really didn't need. You're right, Costco does care about its people. Now I'm gonna tell you something I saw online, but it wasn't at my local Costco. You should check your local Costco. Costco's selling Christmas trees for $12. My Costco not. But you need to check it. Live Christmas trees, not even fake ones. But they're not at every Costco. So you should check your local Costco. If you were looking to buy a Christmas tree, don't go out here and pay $100 for a fucking Christmas tree. $12 for a live Christmas tree is a damn good deal. Those are 80s prices, 90s prices. Back in I remember when my kids were young, we were paying $20 for a Christmas tree. 20, and it was a live one. Now they want almost $100 for a Christmas tree. And listen, I'm boycotting Christmas this year too, Queen. I didn't even put up a Christmas tree. I didn't do no decorations. I'm not feeding that machine. They can keep it. They will not report me in their end of the year profits. Because let me tell you something, what companies are going to do. They're going to do a lot of layoffs come the new year or right before the end of the year. They're going to wait till after Christmas and lay folks off. They're going to wait till you spend your money with their company. Then they're going to lay people off. Watch. 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 I have a fake Christmas tree that I bought. I bought it on sale. Y'all remember the Christmas tree shops? I caught it on sale in the Christmas tree shops. Thank you, Venus. I've had that Christmas tree now close to 10 years. Close to 10 years. And still keep using it. Still keep using it. I just didn't put it up this year. I didn't put up not near Christmas decoration, not no lights, not nothing. I didn't celebrate Halloween this year. And Halloween's my favorite fucking holiday. I didn't buy candy for the children. I put up, look, I have some crime scene tape that I put up every year. I put up my crime scene tape. And I put up a big old sign this year and said no candy. I started to write on there no candy because of Donald Trump. But I ain't want to get political with the babies. So they asked their mom and dad, Mama, how come Donald Trump took our candy? I ain't want to do that to them. And put them in a precarious situation. So I didn't do that. But there was no candy. I was like, fuck that shit. Because I usually give the children candy. But this year, candy was too pricey. Y'all saw how much that Halloween candy was? Oh, no. And then most of the shit ain't even real chocolate anyway. Oh, no. So I didn't celebrate it. Yep, candy was way too expensive. I didn't buy no costumes, no nothing. Yeah, I have crime scene. Yeah, I do. I have some crime scene tape I put out there. Every year I wrap my stuff up outside as crime scene tape because I dress up. I go outside. I give the children candy. I tell them how much I love their costumes. I have a really good time because I love Halloween. But this year, nope. The babies had to pay the price. Sorry, the babies had to pay the price. And honestly, if the candy was reasonable, I would have given them candy. Nope. Not at all. Not at all. You got it too, Venus? That's why I've been encouraging y'all to make your own stuff. Now I want to tell y'all something we're going to do Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday afternoon in my live, I'm going to do something a little different. Now y'all know I released a cookbook recently, the holiday food for grown-ups, right? I'm going to cook that crispy, sticky pork belly. I'm going to cook some during the Wednesday live. I'm going to take y'all through the process, the same recipe that's in that cookbook. I'm going to take you through the process because I saw pork belly inside of Costco today. And the price wasn't too bad. It was more than what I paid before because I got some in my freezer downstairs. But I failed to break down that pack when I bought it. So I need to break that pack down. But I'm going to go down there and see how much that container of it was because I know it was a big thing. Tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm going to start it earlier. I'll let y'all know because I got to figure out what time the kid got to be to work that day. And then I can tell you for sure. Yep, I'll know tomorrow. Yep, I did the cookbook, Wendy. I'll show you the cover right here. Hold on, let me find the cover. I think it. Look, let me find it. There it is. I don't have my glasses on. There you go, right there. Holiday food for grown folks. So join me Wednesday. Join me Wednesday because we're going to make this one right up here at the top. This crispy, sticky pork belly, that's the one we're going to make. And I'm going to show y'all how to do it. No, I created the cover myself, dude. I just went on and did it. My daughter doesn't do stuff like this. So Wednesday, I'll let you know tomorrow what time it's going to be because with this recipe, you got to have time to boil the pork and, get the aromatics and a lot of that stuff in there. Then you're going to, fry it with the seasonings. So that's what we're going to do Wednesday. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's easy. You're going to be surprised at how easy it is. Then you're going to make your own crispy, sticky pork belly at home. And it only takes a couple of ingredients. It don't take much. I just buy the pork belly by the bulk because it's cheaper. Buy this shit by the bulk, y'all. It's cheaper to buy. Okay? It's always cheaper to buy when it's by the bulk. Okay? It's only going to be a problem when you keep trying to buy it on the eaches. I don't buy meat in the grocery store at all. You're not going to get your bang. You're not going to get your money's worth in the grocery store. The only way you will is if you buy the stuff that's on clearance. But even then, it's still too pricey. That clearance shit is still too much. They're asking way too much. Get you a BJ's card. For real, I got BJ's and Costco. But what I love about Costco is Costco give you money back. Every year, you're going to get a little check back. Get like 2% back. And then you take that little check and you go right back and buy more at Costco. I love Costco. I love me some Costco. If you don't have a Costco membership, get yourself one. Split one with a friend. Y'all split the membership fee in half. You get an extra card with the membership. You both can be on the membership. Do that. Okay? Because that's going to put you in a position where you can actually, make your money stretch. Y'all can buy pallets, buy a lot of stuff when you're in there and make your stuff stretch. Real talk. This is what we have to do, y'all. You got to buy in bulk and break that shit down. Buy in bulk and break it down. I told y'all, I love couponing, but couponing ain't what it used to be. You can still coupon, but it ain't what it was like during that pandemic. Shit, oh, what a time to be alive. Oh, that's how you got your Costco, Crystal? And I'm going to tell you something else. Y'all need to wait around and check the internet. I got my first BJ's membership for $25 for a whole year. I saw an ad on Instagram from BJ's that was giving $25 yearly memberships. That's how I first got my BJ's membership. So keep an eye out for shit like that. Go on Groupon. A lot of times Groupon will have a discount 1-year membership for Costco or for BJ's for you to try it out for the first year. Then after that, you can try it again if you want to, or not renew it if you don't want. Wait a minute. You said the Jovi near you was selling leg quarters for $5.90 a 10-pound bag. That is good. That is good. That's a great price. You break all that shit down and you put it in the deep freezer. BJ's is a warehouse store like Costco, except I would say at least the BJ's in my area is smaller than Costco. So they sell, I think BJ sells things in smaller quantities than Costco, in my humble opinion. Oh, so you buy your steaks at Costco and split them down. That's smart. That's smart. And then Shay said, instead of buying a pack already cut for $8, yep, that was smart to buy it by the bag and break them down your damn self. That's how you're going to save money. Like, any of you out here buy them baby carrots, stop doing that shit. There's no such thing as a baby carrot. They're grown carrots that they cut down to make tiny. You need to buy regular carrots and cut down your fucking carrots and stop paying people to cut your carrots, because you're just paying for it. You get more carrots if you just buy them whole. Hey, Kipster, good afternoon. So that's something that you need to be, that's the only way we're going to save money, y'all. If you really want to like save, that's what you have to do. I told you, use that app, Too Good to Go. Check places in the evening as close to closing time. A lot of places are selling things for cheap because they're trying to get rid of stuff. They would rather make $1 than no dollar. Real talk. Check in your areas for food banks, soup kitchens. The soup kitchens in my communities, they feed you no matter how much money you make. Anybody can go to any of the food or the soup kitchens and get a free meal. They don't care. They don't care how much you make. Go there and get a meal, and if you don't need it for dinner that night, take it for lunch the next day. Maybe you need help with your lunches during the week. Go to the soup kitchen. I'm trying to help y'all figure out other ways to make that money stretch. Because you got to make it stretch. If you don't make that money stretch, I'm telling you, it's going to get worse and worse and worse for you. You go to Full Sail. I appreciate you telling the truth about them. No problem, Young Bean. When I read that stuff about Full Sail, it triggered me because the same thing kind of happened to me. And I've yet to put up that video. I recorded it and I've yet to put it up. I need to put it up. I went to hold up. I can't. University of Phoenix. I did University of Phoenix. There, to me, ain't too different than Full Sail. In terms of, they may have changed their practices now, but I know when I went to University of Phoenix, I remember this distinctly when I first came into University of Phoenix. I had taken college classes before, and I mentioned this to y'all before. I had taken college classes before. But with University of Phoenix, they didn't care if you had already had credits coming in. They didn't care. They would make you still take English 101, Math 101. They claimed so you could get used to their system, their online system, and how they conduct online classes and da-da-da-da-da-da. It was bullshit. It was just designed to get a lot of money out of people because they knew you was going to get the student loan money or the grants. They knew that. So this was guaranteed money for those types of schools. You know, you said you almost did Southern New Hampshire University. Yeah, these places are for profit. Go to your local community college. Save your fucking money and go to your community college. Because I went to University of Phoenix and I stopped taking classes once I had amassed about $50,000 in student loan debt. And I still wasn't done. Like I was like, oh no, oh fuck, nah. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So I was like, I'm done with that. I was fortunate enough when my mom passed away, I was a sociology major. When my mom passed away, she had life insurance, left me a nice little chunk. I was able to pay off all my student loan debt. So that bitch Sally Mae wouldn't keep chasing me. Because that bitch is disrespectful. She always pocket watching. Always. Do you understand? Always. But these types of, remember Lincoln Tech and what was another one? What was it? ITT Tech. It's a whole bunch of them. Everything is designed to play into your hope that getting all of this education will lead to better income. Yep, DeVry's another one. You have to be strategic. Real talk. You got to be strategic. Because I'm not saying higher education doesn't work, but you got to be strategic. I ended up leaving University of Phoenix and going to University of Maryland because they had an online program. It was cheaper and it was local. So, yeah, knowledge is power, but you got to be smart about how you get it so that you don't go broke in the process. You understand? So that you don't go broke in the process. Because now it's even worse than it was then, many years ago. It's worse now. Because now anybody and their mama can open up a school now. Back in the day, the government used to try to regulate it somewhat, even though it was for profit. Now, anybody and their mama, they say they offering classes, and degree programs and certification programs. Anybody can do it. Because if they think you can get college money, you're going to get loans or grants, hey, they're going to take that money. Oh, thank you for catching Shell. I was not even paying them any attention. And so they wanted my attention. Thank you, Maud. I was like, it was like watching somebody try to punch up, but their arms are too short to box with God. So I was like, yeah, I just didn't care. Listen, you can always tell people who are spending their life their whole life revolves around getting reactions from people. The entire life. Because when they don't get the reactions that they want out of folks, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do with themselves. It's okay. It's okay. Now, I see another conversation that's going around. I want to know what y'all think about it. What do you think about putting term limits on Supreme Court justices? What do y'all think about that? Do you think that Supreme Court justices should have a term limit, or should they be able to serve as long as they want and retire or die in the job? What do you think? Should they have to have term limits? Oh, so y'all are in favor of term limits. Yeah, because it's a lot of talk. It's a lot of talk about putting legislation in place to put term limits on justices. And I'm starting to agree with that because I had seen another report that said a lot of that these decisions that the Supreme Court have been making, a lot of them have been making these decisions because of their concern about if they do a ruling against Trump, that something will happen. And I don't buy that at all because they have ruled against Trump on some things. So I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that at all. That's bullshit. They're feeding us that type of story to the media so they can try to have cover. That court is deplorable. That's why I agree with term limits too. And with Congress, I agree with term limits on that too. But I also agree with age limits on Congress. Yep. I agree with age limits on Congress. At some point, an 80-year-old person cannot represent my best interests. No disrespect to them. But at some point, I got to question whether or not you can really represent my best interest and the needs that impact me if I'm 30 years younger. What if somebody's 50 years younger, 60 years younger, 70 years younger? Can you really represent them in the most comprehensive fashion? Or are you only really going to be aligned with things that are, relatable to you? And you're right. That's why government, you're absolutely right, Gina. That's why government has stayed the same for so long, because old people are running it. I agree with you, Zarvis, that Congress should represent the median, but they don't. They don't. They don't. They don't. Say it again, Shay. Yeah, I think 65 is enough time. After 65, that's it. That's too much. I agree. 65 is enough. But the reason why they sit in these jobs is because they make so much money on the side. They're doing insider, you might as well call it insider trading, because they're getting an inside scoop on these companies that they're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be doing oversight on these companies, but they take that information and invest on those companies. So I feel like, all of that stuff, there needs to be limits to things, because at this point, they don't represent the people anymore, or better yet, the people that are corporations, because that is who Congress seems to work for. You have to have a big enough wallet for Congress to care about you. If you don't have a big enough wallet, it's not going to happen. You said, what's the youngest limit that's best? 35 or less? No, I think 65 or less. You mean 35 years or 65 as far as the age? But I think that there should be a block on it, or a cap. Now, I want to tell y'all something else that your president did. I don't know if mainstream media is reporting on it, but the president has personally blocked the release of the January 6th documents. So there was a lawsuit that was brought by the police officers that were injured in the January 6th coup attempt. Trump personally has stepped in to block the release of those How does he have time? Between sleeping and grifting, how does he have time? Remember when Republicans told you they were the party of law and order? Remember they told you that they were the party of law and order? But yet now the party of law and order is literally blocking. Well, Monica, the Supreme Court makes it seem like Trump can do anything he wants to do. And keep in mind, when he has the Justice Department under his thumb, Pam Bondi's going to do anything Daddy Trump tell her to do. She's not going to do shit. Congress isn't going to do shit. Republican Congress, they ain't going to do a damn thing. Nothing. Remember, I told y'all, Trump has already pardoned over 1,500 people this year. The party of law and order. Not the party of diapers and sleep. Listen. The party of swollen ankles and fluid retention. Nope, we ain't gonna release that MRI. I already told you what was in it. No. I showed y'all. There you go. I showed you. That's what's in the MRI. That's why he acts so unhinged all the time. This is why he's acting unhinged. That's why. That's genuinely why Trump is acting unhinged. And he needs to seek help. He needs to seek help. Those are the MRI results. He got V on the brain. Now listen, I need to remind y'all something. It is December 15th. This is the last week Congress is going to be in session for the year. They still have no solution related to in regards to healthcare. Republicans are spinning their wheels. They don't have no solution. They're going to take your healthcare. Thank you, Freddie. They're going to take your healthcare. Don't forget that they took your healthcare. Okay? 15 years into Obamacare, conservatives still have no replacement. Have y'all ever seen it take 15 years to come up with a concept or a real plan related to healthcare? Have you ever seen that before in your life? Because I've never seen that. Oh, and today is the last day to enroll, according to Gwendolyn. I'm just like, call your elected officials while they're still in Washington. Call them, email them. If I lose my damn health care, you're going to lose your job too. Yeah, make it clear. Because you're paying for them to have Cadillac insurance. They have great insurance. You, on the other hand, not so much. You, not so much. But they have great insurance. Hold these people accountable. If you don't hold your government accountable, they're going to keep on doing what they do. Say it again. Yup, they get free lunch, free dinner. Hell, they travel on your dime. They get an allowance to buy housing on your dime. All of that's your money. When they sit up there and argue on the Hill about not giving you stuff, that's your money spent doing that too. But understand, Republicans have no solution for healthcare. I told y'all, I've been telling you since the beginning of the year, have I not, that Republicans are the dog that caught the car. Right? They're the dog that caught the car. They've been lying to voters for decades. Fast forward to now, all of a sudden, it done caught up with their ass. So they got to get honest. Do we really have a solution for healthcare? Or are we just saying, fuck it, you on your own? I told y'all. The best thing that ever happened to America and the worst thing that ever happened to America was Donald Trump getting elected a second time. It exposed Republicans even more. They ain't got nowhere to hide. I told y'all. The party of the working class is not the party of the working class. They cosplay as that shit. They're the party of big money, the party of billionaires and corporations. Hey, Miss Info. They just don't, they want you to believe that they care about you and your plight and what you're going through. If they cared, they would have stopped Trump from doing the shit that he'd been doing that affected you. But he didn't. None of them did. And they, you know what they do? Instead, they get in front of a camera and pretend that they're helpless. Thank you so much, Patrice. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the gifts. I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys so much. But understand, Trump been conning since he walked in. Republicans been conning for decades. The chickens have come home to roost. I told y'all. Because who do they blame when you lose your health insurance? They could blame Joe Biden, but Joe Biden ain't president. If they did blame Joe Biden, you know what I would say? So Joe is still tougher than any politician in Washington while he's fighting cancer in Delaware, while eating ice cream. Okay. I told y'all, fucking Joe Biden is Thanos. According to the Republican Party, he's fucking Thanos. I've never seen any shit like this in my life. He's sleepy, but at the same time, while asleep, he's also stopping Republicans from making your life better. What? Make it make sense. None of it makes any sense. Yeah, they will blame Obama. They ain't blamed Joe in a minute though. They've been focusing on Joe Biden. I think they feel like they get better returns focusing on Joe Biden. Because then if somebody accuses them of bringing up race doesn't become a factor because they talk about Joe Biden. You see what I'm saying? Sleepy Joe. And even though Trump is sleeping too, what did they tell y'all? Trump is sleeping because he's working so hard. No, Trump is sleeping because his ass is up all night on fucking Truth Social like a 15-year-old. That's why. Pop sundowning. That's why. You say Trump started calling it Obamacare. Oh, shit. Listen, I'm going to tell you something else. If Trump is calling it Obamacare again, guaranteed they ain't going to extend those subsidies. I'm just telling y'all ahead of time. Republicans ain't going to extend the subsidies. If Trump is calling it Obamacare, he's trying to sully it even more for conservatives. So when they lose their insurance, it won't be until they lose it that they realize that Obamacare and the ACA are the same thing. I love to hear them say, I hate Obamacare. I would never sign up for that. I have the ACA. I don't even say nothing. I just don't even say nothing. Why say anything? Let them. If somebody's that fucking stupid, they should lose their insurance. They should lose their insurance. If they're that dense, just lose it. Oh, Kim, I can't wait. I can't wait to Trump. See, Trump already says crazy shit, right? Just wait till like the second year, third year of this presidency, when they can't hide the cognitive shit at all. And they try to stop him from being in front of cameras, but he's the president. You can't stop that, right? Man, oh, what a time to be alive. Trump gonna be out there telling everybody, this guy here just gave me $20 million for a tax break. And I told Senator such and such, and he said he was gonna make it happen. America, watch. I can't wait. Do you understand? I cannot wait. Because Trump already is the type of person that always told on himself anyway. But now, with cognitive issues popping, oh, it's going to get, oh, listen, you can only hold off dementia for so long. Or Alzheimer's for so long. You can only hold it off for so long. And if it's looking anything like this MRI, bruh is losing it every day. Okay? Every day. Now, I want to tell y'all about something else that your government did. Now, y'all remember when Trump was slashing aid to all these different countries? Well, the White House celebrated with a cake after they did that. And these are Christians. Ain't no love like Christian hate. I told y'all, ain't no love like Christian hate. They don't care. They don't care. Because, see, these people aren't real Christians. The MAGA movement is not a real Christian. Right. Exactly, Gwendolyn. They're not real Christians. They cosplay as Christians. That's why I'm surprised that, or maybe I shouldn't be, as so many Christians that have fallen in line to say God sent Trump. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Don't put God in that shit. God ain't had nothing to do with that. God ain't had nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with it. But God is giving people information and they choose to ignore it. They choose to ignore it and instead say God sent Trump. Folks got to wake up. Folks got to wake up. And then I'm checking one more thing. One last thing, because I got to wrap up to get the kid to work. Now, y'all know the Trump administration has tried not once, not twice, but 3 times to indict Letitia James for mortgage fraud. And every time come up short. They can't get it done. Why? Because she ain't break no laws, right? They just can't get it done, right? But guess what? Trump has done the very same thing that he's accusing Letitia James of doing. Remember when Trump lied about the size of his condo? Exactly. Trump is always projecting. That's why he thinks everybody's a criminal, because he is. Understand, he thinks everybody's a criminal because he's a criminal. Real talk, because he's a criminal. Pay attention to that, folks. Listen, I love you guys. I appreciate you being here today. Don't forget, check out Patreon. I did put up the post for the movie stuff, so folks can start putting in their suggestions related to movie night, the movie discussion that we're going to do for December. So make sure you get in there and start putting your suggestions, and we will do we'll do a vote on it. I'll put the poll up on Saturday and close it on Sunday for voting in terms of what's going to be the movie that we watch for December. And then we're going to discuss it December 29th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right on TikTok. Okay? Right on TikTok. I thank y'all. Listen, thank you for the 62,000 likes today. I appreciate it. Thank you for the over 200 shares. Thank you for all of the gifts and the engagement tonight. I appreciate you being here. Make sure you check out the Straight No Chaser podcast. New episodes every Wednesday, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you do that. Also, check out my cookbook, Holiday Cooking for Grown Folks. Holiday Food for Grown Folks. Check it out. A lot of the things we've already made on live events. And this Wednesday, we're going to make that crispy, sticky pork belly so you can see how it's made. Okay? Listen, I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters as I wrap up this evening. Number 1, Miss Beautiful Chris Wrightmare. Thank you so much. Number 2, Russ Nelson. Thank you so much, handsome. Number 3, Handsome Farmer Don. Thank you so much, sir. Number 4, Doomer. Thank you so much, Doomer. Number 5, Beautiful Trail. Thank you so much, beautiful. And a special shout out to number 6, Miss Beautiful Scorpio Girl. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here this afternoon. I will be back online 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on TikTok. And just so you guys know, I did not put my TikTok live up from this morning on YouTube yet because I can't get into the TikTok website on my computer. It just keeps looping. I'm guessing they're having some issues today because I have not been able to log into it all day on my desktop. I can log in on my phone, but it takes forever to download it on your damn phone. So, yeah. Okay, you having issues too. Okay, I thought it was just me because I was like, is this me? No, TikTok is having issues. So, I'll get it up as soon as I can. Listen, I appreciate you guys. Oh, and the Epstein files are supposed to come out Friday, but Democrats, let me tell y'all something the Democrats doing. Democrats are trying to get an audit on those Epstein files to find out about all the redactions that were done. Because they're going to be hiding a lot of shit in them files. Yes, sir. Listen, I love you guys. Listen, don't let nobody live rent-free in your head. Don't feed no trolls, and you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Thank you all so much. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Peace. Be safe tonight, and have a beautiful and blessed evening. Bye-bye.